Hi, everyone. My name is Shawn Jones, and I'm the CEO of the iNetrapreneur Network. And today I have the pleasure and honor of having with me Ira Rosen. Ira is a career entrepreneur. He has helped many businesses from across several different industries to help them get their target audience, reach who they're looking for, increase their connections and visibility. Ira works with clients all over the world. He is an incredible, most dynamic individual. He's also a dear friend of Robert's and mine. He's also one of our expert panelists at our upcoming event. Ira Rosen, thank you so much for being here today.
Well, thank you, Shawn. It's always great to hang out with you and with Robert, and you guys are awesome. And I just love all the things you guys have done, and I've watched you guys grow. Over the last few years, it's really been exciting to see all the things you've accomplished. So, congratulations.
Well, thank you. And we do contribute part of our success to your mentorship that you've provided us.
Oh,
and you've helped guide us, and so part of our growth is because of you, which comes natural for what you do. Now, Ira, I know we love what your company offers, but I also, as you know, we believe that relationships are first and foremost. And for those people that are watching you right now who don't know who you are, I would love for you to share, before we go into your company, a little bit about your background. Where did you start out, and how did you get to do what you're doing today?
Okay. Well, I've been an entrepreneur really my whole life, and I think I was 7 or 8 years old. I think I was 7 years old, and on the back of one of these magazines, I sent away for seeds, where you could sell seeds, and then you'd make money and win prizes. And so I went out, and I came back after about an hour, and I sold everything. And then I had all this money, and then my mom ordered more, and then I got hooked. And after that, it's really been a fun journey. I love people. I love helping people. I love the art of persuasion and influence. These days, I like to use that language rather than selling. Selling has kind of a negative connotation to it. And so things have changed a lot over the last 10 years, particularly over the last year. But my journey over my whole life is I've been in a lot of different industries. Everything I've done, I've really been passionate about and had fun with. Started off in the health club industry when I was in my 20s. And really loved that. I loved that so much I would have done it for free. And then later on, I had a bunch of new car automotive industry dealerships, and then I was a pioneer in auto leasing way back when nobody knew what leasing was. And so that was really a lot of fun, and did that for a number of years, sold that company, and then went on to, I was in the medical weight loss industry. I had some of the largest medical weight loss centers in the country back in the 90s, and then sold that, and then moved to Arizona, and met with my two daughters are here, and met Corey Sanchez, who's my business partner, and I was mentoring him. He's right out of ASU, and helping him with some deals, and it worked so well. We started working together. So it's kind of like here we are now. We've been working together for 12 years, and it's been a lot of fun. We won Marketer of the Year through the Phoenix Business Journal, which was exciting.
Congrats. Congratulations.
Yeah, and a lot of companies we're competing against, and one of the criteria was who is really out there making a difference for businesses in the community, and then we were also featured in Forbes magazine. So it's been a lot of fun. We've worked with a lot of very high-profile clients. Most of them are just your small entrepreneur, but we've worked with Sharon Lecter, who lives right here in Scottsdale, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. We've worked with Grant Cardone, who's all over the internet. He just recently sent us Mark Cuban from Shark Tank. So that was kind of cool. Les Brown, who's on the cover of Time magazine, and then Mark Victor Hansen, Chicken Soup for the Soul. So, and what's really good, we built great relationships with those people. And over the years, they've sent us a massive amount of clients. So you're right, it's all about relationships.
It is. And I will say you do hold the title of world-class connections because you connect people all the time. And you've been able, you and Corey have been able to come together to help people connect with one another. And you both co-founded Mojo Global, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
So I love, as you know, Robert and I both love Mojo Global. We use your services too. Share with us, what is your company doing to help businesses? I mean, what do you offer?
Okay. Just the most important thing right now, particularly after the pandemic and what has happened, everybody's kind of had to hit the reset button. And marketing, 98% of everyone's success right now is their marketing. It's not how good you are at what you do, but how good are you at your marketing? And so there's three critical things that people really need to nail and get right. Number one is you've got to fill your calendar. Your calendar, with the right people. When I say calendar, like a Zoom call like this, and I know Robert's on Zoom calls all day long because of Mojo, because of our platform. But your calendar is the litmus test of how good your marketing is or not. You might be doing 10 or 20 different things, but if you're only talking to a couple of people a month, that's a red flag. So what we go for, the gold standard, is 2 people a day, 10 a week, 40 a month. So that's really important. The second thing is you want to be able to build your network up with targeted people that could be potential clients. And then once they're in your network, anybody can get connections. How do you nurture those connections all year long so they become raving fans? So just getting connections is not enough. And a lot of people think, well, I got all these connections, but most people that are on LinkedIn have never really done much with it. The other thing is proper messaging. And that's where I would say most people really fall short. So we work with you one-on-one. We actually coach you for 4 weeks. And then we have a team of 25. We have LinkedIn trainers. And so it's best practices. So we get in there with you and we help you put together sales funnels, copy that converts, massive follow-up, profile makeover with a press release, with a radio interview. So it's very, very hands-on. And so we have one criteria. We want our clients to be highly motivated, because if we want success for them more than they do, obviously that's not a fit. So we're like completely in it to win it for our clients. But there's a lot of different people out there doing different things, but they're kind of skimming the surface. But we take a deep dive on your targeting and on your messaging and on your branding, and nobody does that the way we do. Just because we've got a team, I've got people that have been with us now for 12 years. So this is a very dedicated group that works with you. But that's kind of the overall picture of where we're at and how we help our clients. But it's we celebrate. I just got a text message from a gal that just closed a huge deal, and she's a brand new client. And at first she was kind of hesitant, like, well, I don't know. And then she got this deal, and now she's on fire. But our YouTube channel is amazing. We've got like hundreds of people that are on there that had just amazing case studies, amazing results.
One of the things I appreciate about Mojo, especially since you're teaching your clients how to speak through messages, they don't come across as spam. I love how you've taken our voice and really listened to how we speak, and it translates when we have your team coming in and sending out those messages to our connections, because it's not sales. It really isn't. It's just, hey, let's have a conversation. It's very soft, but yet it's powerful the way that it's worded.
Yeah, I mean, the messaging that people were using on LinkedIn a couple of years ago does not work now. So we had to retool everything. So we came up with a proprietary methodology. It's called pursuit inversion principle. So instead of chasing your prospects, we found a way to change the conversation where they're chasing you and where they book into your calendar.
And it's true.
Yeah. And so you guys.
Yeah, we have seen.
Right?
Yeah. We have really, really seen an uptick since we've hired your company. For us, I mean, we've had to hire staff to keep up with everything through our LinkedIn. It's just been incredible, and the connections that we've made. I mean, these are people that they're wanting to be part of our community. You know, they'll send us multiple messages. Hey, I want to get on your calendar. What's the next step? Ooh, I want more. And I heard, they may have connected with Robert first, and then they find me and they're like, hey, I talked to Robert. Now I want to talk to you. What can we do together? And that's powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. It's that. And when you crack the code on that one thing, get people to come to you. And so what we want to do is position people as that trusted authority, that subject matter expert, and that person that people can really look to and know that they're going to take care of them. The other thing is there's so much uncertainty right now because of all the things that have happened. And as an entrepreneur, you have this roller coaster of emotions. You're looking at a calendar, you're wondering, when am I going to get my next person to talk to? And it's very unsettling. And so what we like to do is give people certainty and help them build their network up at the rate of 500 people a month. So in 1 year, they got 6,000 people that become their fans. But the biggest thing that we're going for is confidence. If you're going to be a successful entrepreneur, you must have supreme confidence and belief, and you have to be able to trust your marketing. And when people really dial that last piece in, that's what's been so much fun watching you and Robert figure that, we worked with you, and when you guys really figured that out and nailed it, everything opened up. It changed the game almost overnight. And that's really, for me, I'm very passionate about that. And that's something that is, I think I get the most personal satisfaction out of is when we have clients like yourself that have, life-changing results. It doesn't get any better.
No. And now we're in our 10th year. So we really have seen a big uptick. Yeah. And, Robert and I both had lots of connections, but we didn't know, back then, didn't realize how to really leverage them. And to have those conversations. It's great to say that you have 5,000-6,000 connections on LinkedIn or Facebook or wherever, but if you're not really having those conversations that are going from what I call online to offline, then they're really of not too much value unless you're making movement, and movement is moving forward.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest
very incredible.
You're right. You're absolutely. I think one of the things that people do a lot is they message back and forth on LinkedIn like they're on Facebook. They have to get them off of LinkedIn for like a Zoom call, or a meeting, but nowadays it's Zoom. And, that's where the money is made, and you build those relationships. And a lot of times you just get to know the person initially, and you always want to lead with value. It's not pitch and sell. It's like, what can you give them of value? What can you give them that's memorable? What can you give them that they're gonna find useful? And then when you're following up all the time, we have some automation tools where you're in front of them continuously all year with valuable things. People then want to reciprocate, and then they call it the law of balanced reciprocity. So there's a lot of neuroscience that goes into our marketing as far as the psychology of all of it.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Ira, I know that there's other companies that may do similar or some aspects of what you offer through Mojo Global. If somebody is looking at hiring a company like yours, and they're just, going through Google and calling everyone and calling you, what questions should the business be asking to make that choice of saying, this is the company that's going to best suit my needs and our growth needs? What are the questions that they should be asking?
Well, I think one of the most important things is, are they going to coach me? Okay. Are they going to actually coach me? If they're going to have you just watch a bunch of videos, kind of a self-help kind of a program, that's not enough. LinkedIn can be very, very intimidating, very complex. You need to have someone walk you through and hold your hand through that process. That's number one. And number two is, do they are they working helping you with your branding? Like your profile. Your profile is critically important. And so we have profile makeover experts. We have our own graphic artists. So we have a team of 25 that goes to work on a person's profile and their messaging and their tactics and their strategies. So we have a team of 25. If you're working with someone, has maybe it's a one-man shop, one or two people, they do not have the resources that we have to really, this is actually like a VIP concierge service. So and the other thing is,
Mhm.
look at their YouTube channel. Show me your happy clients. It's all about happy clients. Who are those people that you've actually helped? And I think that's important. But
Mhm.
there's a lot of people, and actually, it's interesting. It's kind of funny. There's a lot of people that are out there that are offering some services that are at a very minimal. But some of those people used to be our clients. Um, Going back a number of years, they thought, "Oh, I'm going to get in. I'm going to start," which is fine. And all that does is really help us, because in the long run, they always wind up
Yeah.
coming back to us.
I think that does happen when you have, and we see it in our industry. Somebody will branch off and they'll try to do whatever themselves, and then it's interesting how they kind of circle back to us and they go, "Yeah, I knew where I should have been to begin with." So
Yeah, which is
that's wonderful.
yeah.
So Ira, how if somebody is looking to find out more information about Mojo Global, how can somebody get a hold of you?
Okay, so our website is www.mojoglobal.com. You can just go there and kind of get more familiar. And then I'll give you my personal email, which is very easy, Ira, at mojo, global.com. Shoot me an email and I'll respond back, and we'll have a call. We'll get to know each other and see if this is a fit for you. And if nothing else, you'll walk away with some new ideas that will work for you right now in this new marketplace, because the world is completely different right now than it was a year ago. And there was a book written 15 years ago called Adapt or Die. And I rather go with adapt and thrive rather than adapt or die. It just feels better, right?
We completely agree.
Yeah.
It really does. I always tell Robert, I feel like we're the Marines in our household, always adapting.
Yeah, you have to. So
So,
so adaptability right now is critically important. You have to like reinvent, hit the
mhm.
reset button. And if you got a full calendar with the right people, you've got a full bank account.
Yes, you do. Ira, I want to thank you so much for spending this time, sharing with us how Mojo Global is helping businesses through their LinkedIn and the services that you provide. And thank you most of all for your friendship and your mentorship.
Well, thank you, Sean. It's always a pleasure. And we'll talk soon. And this has been fun. Thank you.
Thank you.